I'm Kevin Kirchman. I'm CEO of Worldfree Corporation. We produce and develop the FreeMark, which is like free market and Deutschmark, which is a stable cryptocurrency. But it's a little different. It's not stable with respect to other currencies, because currencies, they don't really have an intrinsic value because they're floating and they're not stable anyways. We show how the euro versus the US dollar, for example, in sometimes like last year, it moved 7% in 1 month. So anybody doing international trading is really exposed to these exchange volatility can wipe out your whole margin if you're doing a manufacturing or doing any kind of import and export. So anyway, so what makes the FreeMark different is that it's pegged to a basket of 20 commodities. The idea being that since most goods are made of raw materials and most raw materials are commodities, if you automatically connect the price of a currency to the commodities, then you're attaching the currency to the real world. So that's a really important thing, and the benefit is to provide inflation resistance. So for example, if you're from Argentina and you have to endure 20% inflation, that means you have to pay 20% more of the currency next year for the same stuff. Okay, so what you want, people don't like that, and about half the world has to endure this inflation, which erodes their savings and the purchasing power of their money. So people want a currency that's stable with respect to the world, not with respect to other currencies, because they're all doing the funny money, you see? And so that's the distinction between the FreeMark and other of the cryptocurrencies. And just to give you a little bit background in my journey into this space, my father started a banking software company in 1968, back when people thought software was underwear manufacturing. So it was a long time ago. And eventually his company became the largest banking software company in the United States. So I grew up in the industry, worked all over his firm. Then I caught the AI bug, the artificial intelligence bug. And in grad school up at Cornell, I decided that we needed a science of knowledge, just like we have to have sciences and physics before we can have all this great tech. We had to have a science of knowledge to have success in AI. I was pretty much right on that, with the exception of the neural network advances, which Google and those guys in the academic society developed. But I went another direction, in the language direction, developed a new theory of deduction, first new theory of deduction since Aristotle, new theory of induction, which is how we form ideas, new grammatical representation of language, new lexicological theories, the theory of meanings. Anyway, so I did all this work, did some grad work at London School of Economics and Philosophy, and then wrote a book, and then returned to the original task and applied this theory of deduction. So we developed software that could reason from natural language. Our technology was the first to be able to deliver direct answers from live unstructured text, and we had clients, Litton Aerospace, Procter & Gamble, Oak Ridge Laboratories, Baxter Healthcare, and IBM offered to buy the firm, and I didn't sell. So now we pivoted back into fintech space with the FreeMark as our technology, which is an advance in that space. So what's coming with our tech will be natural language access to crypto finance and a better currency. Wow. That's kind of a mouthful.
Yeah, that's good. So you touched upon